on the Nile street. I wanted to speak to Lana, but she refused to speak to me. I couldn't sleep that night. I was angry as hell. My mum woke me up in the early morning and asked me to pray Fajr prayer, as she used to do every morning. I was half asleep. I didn't make it to the mosque as I used to. I just prayed quickly. Even I wasn't sure if I did it right or wrong, then quickly went to bed. As soon as I closed my eyes and nice memories of beautiful Lana had across my mind in the moment that we were sitting in the most wonderful place on the Nile street I did like. I used to go often to the Nile street to relax and live in peace with myself. That day, after my first day at uni, I went there. The street was full of trees, and their shadows will be a good shelter from the burning sun to university students and people from all walks of life after a hard-working day. The fresh air comes through the water and spreads that stunning scent everywhere. There were students, boys and girls chilling, and there were also a few couples were sitting on that short wall on the Nile side. They were giving their back to the street and looking at the water. Some of them were laughing, some were talking, and some of them were just sitting in silence and in deep quiescence. I looked at the new bridge that linked Toti Island to the city. It divided the part of the street that I used to walk through into two sides. As I was walking in front of El Fatih Tower, I saw many presidential cars. A convoy moved, and at that exact moment my phone rang, and I wished if it didn't, if you want to know the truth. As I was taking the phone out of my pocket, and two guards from the last car pointed their guns at me. I can't tell how did I feel because I went completely out of my mind. I didn't even know what to do with the phone. Anyway, I moved forward when the relief had come. I walked down till I reached Sudan Hotel, then I figured where my phone was. I rushed to reach the steps that took down to Nile River, but the door was locked. There wasn't any door in my time. I felt disappointed, to be honest. I lit a cigarette, then I sat on the wall, gave my back to the street, and kept looking at the water. I looked at Toti. There were some guys having fun on the beach. The air was still fresh, and the fragrance, too. Whole my life just crossed my mind in seconds, with all people and all details. It still has its magic, I shouted out in silence. I felt so exited and lit another cigarette. I looked around. The place wasn't busy as it used to be. Some nice words came to my mind and wanted to share them with my Facebook friends, so I opened my laptop. I was busy connecting my MDSL internet connection, and all of a sudden a strong voice interrupted my silence. "Hey, you," they said. They gave me the crip for a while, to be honest, as they were two big guys with big muscles, both wearing the same cloths and black glasses on their automatic faces. "Who are you?" said one of them. I didn't know what I was trying to say. Before I say what I was trying to say, and the other one said, "What are you doing here?" "I just came from university and wanted to spend some time," I said. "You know this area is prohibited," he said. "I didn't. I meant I don't," I said. "Where is your student card?" "I don't have it yet. We just started." "Do you have an ID?" said the other. "Yes." Then I quickly got my ID out of my wallet and showed it to them. He took off my hand and said, "Are you with those students who bother us every day? Aren't you?" "I'm with my own, sir," I said. I didn't like him, to be honest. I felt evil in his words. "You students need to be re-behaved, but don't worry, we will do." "You said you were a student, but your ID says you are a worker," said the other one. "I'm working as well as I'm studying. However, I got the ID before I start university. I stopped studying for some time, and that's the time I got my ID at." "I'm going to the office to check it," said the man, and quickly crossed the road. The other one looked at me from head to toe and said, "You're one of these rich people's sons, right? You got all you want to bother us. You wouldn't have handled me this way if I was one of them," I said. "Where do you live?" he said. "Alaj Joseph," I said. He laughed loudly and said, "I thought you were one of them. Give me that cigarette, bastard." I felt so angry and wanted to punch the hell out of him, but I knew these guys can send me to the underneath life easily, so I just smiled and said, "We all know who are the bastards and who aren't in this country." He got what I meant quickly, and that drove him mad as hell. Before he'd do anything, the other guy came out with another two. One of them handed me my ID. He seemed very respectful and a gentleman. He just said, "Go about 100 meters back and sit wherever you like," glanced at me, and went back to the office. I took my ID quickly till I got to Khartoum Stadium and took the first bus I coughed home. It was the beginning.